catch the mood a bit and to do it and to start this new mood that we want you to be in, I invite Kelly Mallinson.
Woo woo!
So before Kelly gets up here, just real quick. First of all, thank you everyone for sharing the expertise. Yesterday and today has been so good. One quick tip on the business with the compensation plan, right? We have updated compensation plan that's rolling out. When you're talking about the path to 700, right? Sounds a lot better, right, than path to 500. The path to 700. You're talking about duplication with Power of 3, and that's the easy one. The place where I see people get tripped up is with PGV, personal growth volume. When you're trying to describe this rolling 12 months, and you're trying, it's too much for people in the beginning. So, what I found as I've been sharing with people, and like the thing that clicks and gets them excited, and I've seen other people have success sharing with their teams, is rather than say you need 400 PGV to get a $50 boost, or you need 800 PGV to get a $250 boost, you say, if you bring one new person on rewards every other month, then you'll be getting a $50 boost every month. If you get one new person on rewards each month, that's a $250 boost every single month. Because the average rewards order in Canada is 75 PV. So by doing that, it's not perfect, it's actually more than you need to do to get it, but I'd rather tell them a little bit more and get them that bonus. So help people to think about it in terms of what they can do, right? So if I'm doing one every other month, I'm getting an extra $50. If I'm doing one every month, I'm getting an extra $250. So help them to see the activity. It also lets you look at your team and say, how active are these people? What are they actually doing and contributing to my organization? So just a little tip there. Now, as we transition into our mindset portion, I hope you're ready. So everyone just take a deep breath. Yeah, we're going in. We're going in. And we're going to start with Kelly Mallinson. And I just want to say real quick, Kelly has been so incredible through a lot of difficulty. Our British Columbia team is the one that saw the most decline through COVID and through everything. It hasn't been an easy journey for anybody, but especially in British Columbia as part of Canada. And Kelly has just been so stalwart and just caring about her team, but also sideline people. Who can I take care of? Hey, it doesn't matter to me what team you're on, I will help you. Come talk to me, I'll support you. So I just want to say thank you, Kelly, for all of that. And then on top of that, she won Diamond Club in North America. Amazing. So Kelly, why don't you come up and tell us about that journey for you?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Hello and happy Friday, everyone. How are you guys doing? You guys doing good? Okay. Oh no. What was I supposed to say, Michael? It didn't update. Okay. Sing. Yeah, I changed it. Sorry, I did something fun. Because we have to have fun in our doTERRA business, you guys. If it's not fun, no. Okay. Da, ja, how. And comment ça va? Bienvenue aujourd'hui. Yes. Okay. So in Canada, like I think in all the provinces, we all have to take French up until some point, and I forgot it all. So I'm just working on it with all my new French friends. So, anyways, okay. So who is loving this content? Yes. Okay. So thank you to all the speakers. This is fantastic. So yesterday when Murray mentioned that I had won Diamond Club top enroller in all of North America, I felt weird. I felt shy. I felt like I didn't own it. I felt like I wanted to shrink into my seat. And I'm not gonna do that, because that's what I did growing my doTERRA business. When I started with doTERRA, I literally hit all my ranks really fast, and my first doTERRA event was actually leadership, and I sat there and I was like, I don't belong here, I don't know what I'm doing. And since I stopped being a blue diamond, well, I still am a blue diamond, but since I haven't hit that rank, I've actually stepped into leadership way more than I ever did in my up and coming. So if you're ever sitting in a room feeling small, I invite you to put your big girl pants on and like own what you're doing.
Yes.
And actually like rock the business. All right. So now I'm just gonna move it on. Okay, oh, I have to click this because then I can see it there, right? No. Oh, well the notes don't come up on here, so I see the notes here. Okay, I get it. Alrighty, okay, so before I get started, the intention of me getting up here and talking to all of you, my intention is that when you feel badly about yourself, or things didn't go your way, or you feel like you failed, or you can't go on anymore, you remember my words today. Sorry, I'm gonna be emotional. I know many of you, but if you don't know me, my name is Kelly Mallinson. And I'm from British Columbia, like Michael said. And literally, there were 17 diamonds in British Columbia, and there's one other one, and there's a couple, there's two of us still standing really at the end of the day. So that's, the energy of that was very depressing. And I'm a mom of 4, a wellness advocate, a blue diamond in rank, currently experiencing gold, and a personal growth junkie. This is the story of how I went from nearly giving up to creating momentum and joy in my doTERRA business. So let me rewind for just a moment to where it all began. I joined doTERRA in 2015 because I was Kirschbombed, actually. That's what the word was called to me. And apparently it's some tactic that Kyle Kirschbaum, and he doesn't even remember doing it, used way back in the day to approach people to do the business. So what was said to me was, hey, I know you're not into a doTERRA business, but if you know anyone, let me know. I heard that. I literally heard that, and I was like, no, Sarah Jane, no. And I literally avoided her as much as I possibly could until they phoned me and said, do you know Sarah Jane's making $9,000 a month with doTERRA? And I'm like, no, she's shy. She doesn't, what? No. So that was where I was like, maybe I should go talk to them. So I enrolled in September. I had my first class in January, and we enrolled 9 people, and that's where it all started. I hit silver in 66 days, diamond in 9 months, blue diamond in like 14 months or something like that. So I was a nurse. I was juggling motherhood and work, and a conversation about the compensation plan had me very curious. My husband recently had lost his job, and my best friend had lost her home. So that really was like, includer is high in my strengths, hence I cross mentor people, and if you ever need anything, just call me, I'm here. So I finally connected with my enroller who I'd been avoiding, and I got started. So, but my success didn't protect me from struggle. I definitely had imposter syndrome, which I talked about, and I did not feel worthy of my success. From 2017 to 2021, I rode a wave of momentum, rank advancements, trips, stages, coming home from Prague, February 28th, winning Prime Wellness, and then the world shut down, which I really don't want to talk about that because we are moving into the future without any of that kind of thing anymore. We're just gonna delete that. So some leaders on my team stopped talking to me, which really, really like affected me huge. It triggered old wounds from childhood, being left out and not feeling enough. So let's be real. There was a season I was showing up. I was showing up. I was doing online trainings for anyone who'd show up during COVID. Sometimes it was just me and one person showing up to my team calls. We went from 50 people showing up to a handful of beautiful humans, and if it wasn't for that handful, I wouldn't be here. After years of hard work, feeling left out and abandoned by my team, this triggered old wounds and left me doubting myself. However, this was never about them, it was always about me. Then came 2024. I attended leadership in Nashville. I walked into the diamond reception. I looked around and felt like I didn't belong. I cried big tears. Oh, hold on. Have you ever felt like that? Has anyone ever walked into a room and not felt like you belonged? Mm-hmm. Right. It's not a good feeling. I was overwhelmed with grief. Something I once was so a part of, I suddenly felt like an outsider. Then I saw Hannah, who was my old account manager, who went through all of it. Like she literally, this woman would like answer the call in the middle of the night and whatever, panicking and freaking out. And I sat down with her and I let it out. I was like, oh, and I wasn't actually expecting to feel like this. I really didn't. I ended up talking to you after. It was a lovely conversation. That's when you were like, there's a new compensation plan coming. It was really good. So I sat down with Hannah and I talked to her for a little bit. I let it all out, but I didn't stay there. I did not stay there. Instead, I went on the sourcing trip to Oregon. I really wanted to go to Pennsylvania for the Birch trip, but a friend of mine chose Oregon. So as I was already feeling alone in my business, I chose that trip. Something shifted in me on this trip. Have you ever found true gratitude? Has anyone ever really like sat with gratitude and like really feel it? Like, you know, it's one thing to journal in your journal in the morning. Oh, I'm grateful for my coffee. I'm grateful for my cats. I'm grateful for my kids. But like really, really feel it. Like really, really, really feel that gratitude. I want you guys all to close your eyes right now. And I want you to think of one thing that you're truly grateful for. And I want you to feel that gratitude in your heart. Just spend a minute there and really capture the feeling of gratitude. Take a breath, find that moment. I want you to hold on to that and let me carry on. At first, I wasn't excited about this trip to Oregon. It's literally in my backyard. I live in British Columbia. It's like right there. I drove to Portland once and it wasn't pretty. So I really was like, why, okay, I guess I'll go. Like I kind of begrudgingly went. My husband was annoyed that I was going, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm going anyways, bye. So, so it was pretty funny actually. So I wasn't excited about Oregon because all the exotic places doTERRA lets us go to, takes us to, like, I went to stay in a castle in Prague. I've been to Bulgaria. I've been to Jamaica. I've done all kinds of cool things. Oh, we're going to Oregon. Okay, good. So once I got there, I ran into Dr. Riggs in the elevator. Now, this is a real thing. I see Dr. Riggs and he goes, hey Kelly, are you excited to be here? And I went, no. I literally said no. Like, what? Okay, you're rude. So I left there and I went to my room. Like I was hangry, I was on a weird diet, and I was like, you know. I go to my room and I'm like, did you really say that? Okay. And this was like an awakening for me. I was like, I'm ungrateful for this. Like the community, the people, like everything doTERRA brings to us. The oils, the healing, the community, the love, like the belief, like, you know, like really, it's a real thing. Like, doTERRA believes in us so much. When we don't have the belief for ourselves, we can tap into the belief that Michael, Emily, Murray, Kirk, everyone, Carla, Leah, all the people, LA, she's so nice. That's a joke we have because it's funny. Okay, so the blocks I've overcome, the love I have found, the connection to so many like-minded humans, like we're all on the same page here, we're all have the same, whether we speak English, Chinese, Spanish, whatever it is, Cantonese, Mandarin, French, we're all here with the same end goal in mind. So, I look back to who I was when I started and who I was that day and thought about what we have persevered to be here now. When I say we, I mean each and every one of us in this room. From the rise in 2020 to the decline in the rise to 2020 and the decline in 2021. That was sad. My volume started going down. Oh, good heavens. And the recovery we're experiencing now and the growth. So, and suddenly I felt overcome with gratitude. I really did. I was like, oh, it just came out of nowhere. Like the gratitude, I was like, oh, what am I saying? I went and I found John Jensen. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I said this, blah, 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 blah. I kind of go on and that happens. And then I found Dr. Riggs and I was like, okay, buddy, I didn't mean it. This was like a moment for me where I was like, I'm so grateful for all of this. And then the trip was awesome. It literally was. This lit me back up, huge. I was with an entire new group of people to me at the sourcing trip, a few I'd met before and a couple who I'd recently made friends with. They were inspiring and had me thinking. So, what do we do when we hit the bottom of your rock bottom of your doTERRA business or whatever, your marriage, all your things? How do you get out of that? I made a decision. I declared my future. Declaration is the first step in the journey of transformation. When you boldly state your intentions, the universe aligns to make them a reality. And in the state I was in, I needed a transformation. So I declared out of nowhere that I was going to win Top and Roller and Diamond Club. My volume was at its lowest. July 2024, was my literal lowest volume I've seen since all of this. And I looked at that and went, oh, that's very cringe. My enrollments have been steady, like 3 to 5 a month, but I made the decision to go all in. I had no proof that I could do this. I had no evidence that I could do this. But looking around at the people around me still doing their businesses and being successful, I decided I would go for it. And that declaration moved mountains. I remembered a time in 2019 when Sarah Marie, then the GM of the US market, declared for me, like she actually went up to me and said, Kelly, you're gonna be top 25 in Prime Wellness. And I'm like, what's Prime Wellness? Oh, you'll hear, they're gonna tell us after lunch. I'm like, oh, okay then. So I laughed at her. I had no big social media following. I do not do my business on social media. I promote myself on social media, but I don't have a following that I like enroll that shows up on social media. So no fancy online strategy, but I put her words on a vision board, and I like words on a vision board. Pictures are not always the thing. Like if you're like words resonate with me. So when I see enroll 10 to 15 people per month, get 5 to 10 on LRP, like these things actually start to come about. Like I really like the words. So setting intention. So the intention is huge. Look at Raphael. We just went to Hawaii there. This is fun, just right now. So as I align my energy with a different way of being, because you guys have the mechanics. You guys have the mechanics. We have so much more than we did when I started with doTERRA. We have the DMK, we've got all the resources. I had nothing. Like we had a handout and that was it. So like you have it, like you have PowerPoint's made for you. You don't need the mechanics. You need to shift your energy. It is, it's huge. My mechanics were 10 brave reach outs a day. That was my goal when I decided I was gonna win Diamond Club. Like I intentionally won Diamond Club. So you guys can intentionally hit your ranks, but you have to do the things to make it happen. It's not just gonna show up for you. So I was reaching out to everybody. I didn't even care. I actually let it go. Like let go any judgment, any like meaning I was gonna make about myself if I like asked people to buy things and roll, get some VMG. And you know what? 95% of the people I asked said yes. My team was setting intentions and creating momentum. They were so excited to be a part of this. Literally, you guys, like my team was like, they're doing Silver Club now and they're not as excited for that as they were to be like going with this momentum for Diamond Club. So they were setting intentions and it was so fun. 2 silvers actually popped on my team. I busted through every limiting belief I've ever had. So there's a book called Go for No. Have you guys read it? If you haven't read it, I invite you to read it. I invite you to give it to your teams. Go for no. I sure did. I went for the no's. I asked my counselor, I asked my kids therapist, I asked the chiropractor, I asked everybody, and like 95% of them said yes. My chiropractor didn't, but it's okay. He got hit in the face with a baseball, so he was kind of in a different state. I was like, why are you not getting oils? So anyways, so gratitude. Now gratitude, you guys, there are like many, low vibe frequency things are fear, shame, guilt, anger, irritation, all of those things. I want you guys, when you are in that state, like say you like tried to enroll someone that you spent like 6 months on enrolling, or whatever, they enrolled and they never talked to you again. Remember, they could be me. They could be me. Like those people that don't call you back, just keep bothering them. They'll eventually come around or tell you to go away. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. You should really, if she didn't keep bugging me, I probably wouldn't have done this. So like, and how much fun is doing this? This is so fun. So anyways, so be grateful. Get out of those low vibe things, because gratitude is I feel for me, gratitude is a really tangible, higher frequency feeling. Like you can go, okay, what am I grateful for? And like feel into that. Joy, love, all those things. But gratitude is the one I really, really like. And I came across this quote. When we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. Let that sink in. So we're all disappointed. We all thought we were doing all these things in 2020. Then all of a sudden, we're disappointed. We were disappointed. But when you get really grateful for what you've got, love comes in, and it's so great. And when you come from love, you can do anything. I began to feel the joy again, and the momentum followed. Okay, so I got this message from one of my leaders, the person who showed up with me to every team call, no matter what. Might have just been me and her. She sent me a message the other night after I went through a dry run of this presentation. And she said, Kelly, you represent the countless individuals who aren't coming from corporate or high-profile influencers. The majority of people involved with doTERRA are not business executives or influencers. They're moms, dads, friends, and family. Your voice speaks for so many of us, and we need your support. We need someone who understands our challenges and can relate to our experiences. You are that person, Kelly. Let's make an impact together. That was from Ray. So, that was a nice thing to say. So to grow, I had to let go. Let go of the past, of the old stories, who I thought I had to be. That included shifting my physical state. Putting oils on intentionally, like look through the Emotions book or the Emotions app and like see what oil you need today. I don't know if you guys notice or not, but I do. what certain oils that, well, before we shifted into this new thing, but certain oils that doTERRA would put out as the product of the month had emotions that seemed to be related to the times. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it certainly felt like it. Maybe you need to try to put something new in your diffuser. Do you guys get stuck with the same diffuser blend? Like, shift that. That makes a huge difference. So taking a longer shower is always helpful too. Working from frustration does not work. Okay, you guys, if you don't hear anything from me today, if you're frustrated, angry, annoyed, don't do anything other than try to shift your energy. Okay, you guys? Like, if you are sitting there annoyed that someone cross-recruited or somebody left your team or they didn't place their LRP, literally, you guys, don't do anything. You will not create anything if you work from that space. So shift out, and however that looks for you. Usually a nice oil works. Nice thing works like that. So what do we do with all this? I know I've jabbered on, but how are we gonna move forward? I want you to make your declaration, change your state, and then we're gonna do something else. So I want you guys to close your eyes again. I've heard many people talk about vision this weekend. Do you have a clear vision of what you want, what your business looks like? Who's the next partner to come into your business that enrolls 55 people in a month? Just breathe into that. Get the picture of your goal in your mind. Capture that vision. Feel what it feels like. What do you see? How do you feel? What do you smell? Feel into that. Make your declaration. What are you declaring? What are you committing to this next season? You guys can open your eyes. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna make sure we change our state first. Dance, breathe, work out till you sweat, jump up and down. And if you need some extra oomph, like check out Tony Robbins, check out Dr. Joe, Tony Robbins is all about changing your state. Like, the Tony Robbins priming is always a good thing. He's always trying to get you to feel something different to change your state. Don't hustle in frustration, shift into joy, gratitude, possibility, and put this on repeat. Connect with 4 people this weekend. Be brave, choose 4 people to intentionally connect with, offer encouragement, share your vision, or ask a brave question. And if they don't respond, if they don't respond to you, don't worry, bug them. Literally, seriously, bug them. Whenever you feel stuck, ask God, the universe, this question: what else is possible here? And the universe, God, will respond and show you something different. Okay. And this is my last slide. So gratitude, we've all worked so hard to build what we have. Let's not let fear or burnout take us out. You know, yesterday, was it Marie Kim? I think so. I think it was her. She said something about, we're all together in this. If you are earning us money, you're earning us money, we're like a tree. All the roots are all interconnected. And if you give up, we're like cutting off a root. So, we all need each other. Crossline is a beautiful thing. Connecting Crossline, it's so good. Let's rise into the next version of who we are. And I think some of you guys listen to Dr. Joe. If you do, awesome. If not, I invite you to check him out. And if I could leave you with one thing today, gratitude is the ultimate state of receiving. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. We are who we practice to be. So if you practice gratitude, you'll be grateful. Thank you so much for holding space for this conversation. I love you all, and I'm cheering hard for all of you. Thank you. And our next speaker weekend, and I think he's gonna like blow our minds with his beautiful words today. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly. It's like really building things up.